Hello YouTube, this is IcePower4Me, and today I'm going to tell you my top 5 games of 2011. Now before I start, I just need to mention a few things. This is my opinion, so if you disagree, that's fine, but don't get too worked up if you don't like my picks of 2011. And secondly, I only had a Nintendo 3DS and Wii. I know that many games came out on the PS3 and Xbox 360, but I did not have a chance to play those titles. So my picks are from the Wii and Nintendo 3DS. A little about me, my top 3 favorite franchises have been for a while now: Mario, Pokemon, and Kirby. So let's get started. I'm first going to start off with some small honorable mentions about different parts that I thought were the best of certain games I enjoyed this year. Well, 2011, you know what I mean. So, for the best story, this story was really amazing. There were moments when I wanted to cry, and it was unexpected. I liked the characters, and so that game is Okamiden. Okami was known to have a great story, and its sequel, Okamiden, definitely follows the same pattern. I definitely want to play the first game, Okami, because I really did enjoy the story in this game. And this game connected the first game too, so even though I didn't play the first game, I got to learn a little bit of what the first game was about. And this is one of my most satisfying games of the year. For best graphics, this game had such good graphics that it used it into its gameplay, which has rarely been done. The only last time I've heard of it was in Kirby's Epic Yarn, when it used the Yarn graphics into its gameplay. But other than that, this game had excellent graphics and compared really well to its console predecessor. And so that game is Super Mario 3D Land. I was shocked at how well the 3D is, and the graphics were so good. Now I really think that 3D does matter in video games. So that's my pick for best graphics. For best music, soundtrack, all that jazz, this game also was a portable game, and the music, it just had great traditional instruments, and it really enhanced the gaming experience and really revved up the story parts and made stuff really exciting. So my pick for best music of the year is... where did the game go? Oh, here it is. Okamiden. If you haven't heard this game's music, man, you're really missing out. I have a link of probably my favorite track in the game. So if you want to check that out, go link in the description below. But just the music in this game is amazing, and it just goes really well with its presentation with the story and the music, and they really blend together for an amazing game. So that's my pick for best music and soundtrack. For best multiplayer, this was really hard for me to choose, and this probably will get some controversy, but out of all the multiplayer functions of the 17 games I played, the game that I enjoyed the most in multiplayer mode was New Super Mario Bros. Wii. I was surprised that Nintendo went and attempted to bring multiplayer to its original masterpiece, but they did, and totally delivered. I mean, I had such fun times with my friends in multiplayer, and while it's not like online multiplayer, it can last forever, and it was such just plain, pure, fun gameplay. And the multiplayer was helpful, and it really enhanced the gameplay. Now, before I get to my top 5 games of the year, I'm going to pick one game as my honorable mention. If this were a top 6, this would be my 6th game. And so this game came out in 2010, but I got it around the end of 2010 for Christmas. And I did really enjoy this game. It was really cute and fun and unique. and I mentioned it earlier in my video, and that's Kirby's Epic Yarn. The graphics were unique, nothing I've ever seen before. They looked really nice, and they put a lot of detail to it, and I like how they used it into the gameplay. The soundtrack was nice, the gameplay was fun. It was a nice new twist to the Kirby franchise, and I wouldn't mind seeing another, like, a sequel to this game, because it really was fun, and it did last a while. Even though it is an easy game since it's aimed for the younger crowd, this is still a game you don't want to miss if you have a Wii. Alright, let's get to my top 5 games of the year. Number 5. This game was a game I played for hours, weeks, months. I mean, it's probably the most played game I played this year. I mean, I wasn't really sure of getting it first, but this is a really popular franchise, and I decided, well, I have to try it out. And first I didn't enjoy it because I wasn't used to this type of gameplay. But once I got an hour into it, I was totally addicted and I couldn't stop playing. And that game is Super Smash Bros. Brawl. I mean, I loved all the different characters you can play, the story mode. There were so many features packed in. My only disappointment was the online since it was really slow, but this game was so addicting. I loved the Final Smash, items, and just everything. And I'm really satisfied that I got this title this year. My number 4 pick is actually a prequel to my, as it still stands now, top game of all time. And so I really enjoyed the sequel last year, and when I heard that it was being added to Nintendo Selects, I just had to get the game, and it didn't disappoint. And that game is Super Mario Galaxy. Just everything in this game was amazing. The music, the graphics, the gameplay was top-notch, and the level design was, of course, excellent. I mean, it was more Super Mario Galaxy 2, and I'm not really surprised that this game won many Game of the Years, because this is really a must-have game for the Wii. Now, before I get into my top 3, this took me a really long time to decide, as I enjoyed all 3 of these games equally, and they were all really excellent games, and I'm glad that I played them all. But I did make a decision, so my number 3 spot. This is a game that was excellent in, like, all ways. The gameplay was great, the music and the graphics, they were amazing, and the story was also incredible too. And this game did last me a while too, so it was an overall excellent package, and that game is Okamiden. Okamiden, I loved how you use the touchscreen and the buttons to both integrate into the battling, and while it did frustrate me at times, this is a game that I will never forget, and I definitely want to play through it again, and play the original game, Okami, because that got great praise. For my number 2 spot, this game was originally a game that was released a while ago, and I never got the chance to play it because I was too young at the time. But I'm glad that I got the chance to play it, and it truly is a classic, and a game that if you are a person who plays games, you must play this game. And I'm actually kind of regretting getting into the franchise so late. And that game is The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time 3D. This game surprised me at every step of the adventure. I was surprised at the gaming mechanics. I still can't think of ways where they could have been better, and this game was amazing. It didn't have an absolutely amazing story, but it was something that worked. I liked the redone graphics, and this game looks beautiful in 3D, and yeah, this game was great. If you haven't played this game, you're really missing out. And now for the moment you've been waiting for. or simply you just skip to the end of this video to figure out. No matter what you did, I'll talk a little about the game before I reveal to you my game of the year. This was a game that was my most anticipated game of 2011. Why? Because I knew that this game would be a game that wouldn't disappoint me and would surprise me in so many ways, and would truly be a game that I would be satisfied with out of all the games that I played this year. And I ended up doing just that and more. And so my game of the year for 2011 is Super Mario 3D Land. Are you a little surprised that this game got above Galaxy? It is kind of surprising that this game I thought was truly funner than that. And it was unique because it brought 3D, and I liked how it combined the worlds of 2D Mario and 3D Mario into one package. And it enhanced the gameplay into something really unique that you can't experience on any other device than the 3DS with its 3D enhanced gameplay. And I think it really stands as the best graphics of 2011, no matter what device, no matter what console, because it used 3D into its gameplay to make it not just look better, but a more fun game. And so I think this game does deserve more attention in that category. But it's not just the graphics. The level design is top-notch, and it didn't last as long as I would have wished because it was that fun and addicting. And the game, it was easy the first half, but it was amazing how much detail that the creators put into this game, and realizing what the audience would be playing Super Mario 3D Land, that this game is a portable game, and they made it suited perfectly for that. And that casual players, they would be playing this game too. So they provide levels for both the casual and hardcore players. And so it's amazing how much detail they put into this game, and it is my game of the year for 2011. So thanks for watching. I want to know what your game of the year is for 2011, and it's fine if you don't agree with me, but this is my opinion and the games that I enjoyed the most. What do I look forward to most in 2011? Well, to be honest, I have a lot of games I need to finish. I did get a PS3, so I'm looking forward to playing many games on that. I got Uncharted and Mass Effect 2, and so I want to play through those and finish those. I want to get The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. I still haven't gotten that because I didn't finish my game Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time because my L button's broken. And if you've played the game on the 3DS, you know how important that L button is. So I plan to fix my 3DS. I'm not really sure what games I'm looking forward to in 2011 for the PS3. Because there's many old games that are good out there that I want to play through, so I probably won't be getting any new games because those will be like number 3 or number 4 in the series. But I look forward to like Tomb Raider, and I plan to get Final Fantasy, Infamous, Little Big Planet, just all of those major popular games, Heavy Rain, etc. And I won't forget about the Wii and the Nintendo 3DS. There's will be many games, probably not for the Wii, but Xenoblade Chronicles, I'm planning to get that too. And for the Nintendo 3DS, I want to get Luigi's Mansion, Super Paper Mario, and I know there's other games that I haven't mentioned that I want. So, thanks for watching, and until my next video, see ya.